Yeah, hi, this is part 57 of our cry for help. Again, it's June 5th, 2012.
All right, we want to continue.
We continue with
the horrific incident
at Sears
that happened in the parking lot
in Manchester, Connecticut,
with all these thugs surrounding us.
Yes.
And I was scared stiff, okay? I didn't know if they were going to grab both of us or whatever. After he said, leave now, okay? And we're just saying, like, what are you doing to us?
I mean, even,
you know, we just
we
came,
just trying to even,
we just came to the mall to buy a computer.
He didn't even give us the time to say that.
He wouldn't even listen to us.
Treat us like we're a bunch of, like, dogs.
Lowlifes, and he's the big lowlife. A big fat man with a big belly, crude,
arrogant,
violent. He was violent.
It was violent,
okay?
Yeah.
And what he did, he pointed to me, and he says, if you don't leave now, I'm going to arrest you, and I'm going to, he says, I'm going to call the police. So I said, please do, because you know what? The police, he was worse than the police. I mean, he was out.
So I said, let's expose it in the open. Yeah. Let's go.
So I said, please do call the police. Then he says, no, I'm not calling the police. I'm going to deal with you personally. Yeah. I'm going to handcuff you. I'm going to arrest you. And I will take care of you personally. And I will take care of you personally. Now, could you imagine?
And while he's saying this, everybody's getting closer to us. There was about six or seven people all together.
There was Chris, the imposter security guy, supposedly working at Sears.
Another security guy.
The other security guy that rides around in the van.
Then another security guy. Another security guy came out. Yeah, another guy.
How do you know he's security?
Yeah, I don't know. He has some kind of a
badge.
Something.
Okay, Joe said another security guy because I was blocking out.
And a couple more people. Actually,
and then the man that I asked for the address of Sears, okay,
who
originally got the security for us, okay. I mean, everybody was there. They were surrounding us.
There were about 6 people.
I didn't think we were going to get out of there alive. It was so violating, and you know, when something like that happens to you, you just can't keep your mouth shut because they're treating you like you're dogs.
They put you in shock.
Yeah, and they treat you like you're dogs. Leave now. You don't belong here. You're trespassing on private property.
Meanwhile,
so Joe and I were holding each other for dear life. And we knew we had to get out of there, but, you know, you still have to respond.
And, you know, so, my stomach was like, boy, like, they made you, like, wanted to hit them. I mean, you know, so it just aggravates you to
and
no
we could have really been hurt there, kidnapped, murdered.
And I kept...
Just a minute, Joe,
I know,
okay?
I know. It's frustrating thinking about it.
That we... Frustrating? It was lucky that we got away live, okay? When we were almost to our car, we are screaming back to him, and, of course, we said... F you, okay? I mean, you know, we're not F you people, but, you know, at times you have to say those words in order to protect yourself and to show you're not going to be doing this to us. You're going to be reported.
And while we're doing that, he's mocking us. He's making gestures like a clown. I remember that exactly. Like he's like making faces like because basically he was mad because they couldn't
consummate the deal.
They couldn't consummate what they had to do.
Those were counterfeit computers, and whenever we exposed the corruption...
And I noticed, he was the one, after we left, he left the group that was surrounding us.
Yes.
And he was coming towards us.
Yes,
still.
I was scared, Joe.
He was still coming towards us.
I was very scared. I don't know how we got out of there alive.
He was still coming towards us.
Okay, he actually wanted to beat us both up, and he says to me, I'm going to handcuff you, I'm going to arrest you, and I'm going to personally take care of you.
So by saying that to Susan, I was literally almost losing it.
Now I want to make a scenario here, okay? Because we haven't talked about the pharmaceutical fraud or the medical fraud in detail. However, we were attacked, okay? Verbally attacked, okay? And it could have been violent also, out in the wild kingdom of Vermont, okay? When we discovered Rite Aid with the pharmacist there, okay? And at that time, and at that time, please, the chief of police in Lindenville, Chief Harris, said to Joe, if you open up your mouth one more time, I will personally take you in a back room and beat the shit out of you. Okay? And he held us captive in our car, and gave us sparring orders that we cannot go into Rite Aid pharmacies,
and all
any
that,
part
all
of
that
the United States.
Just to make a long story short, we'll just talk about that.
This is
all
outrageous.
that was because Susan had her prescription to get
her insulin,
and some other supplies that she needed to get.
Uh-huh.
And the games, we were kept there for hours and hours and hours, and they were playing games. And the cop said, it's because you persisted in wanting your prescription.
Right.
Oh, no kidding.
That we get barred from Rite Aid.
She persisted in getting a prescription.
Because
that's
again,
what people do.
They wanted us to stay there for 8 hours, and we didn't want to wait 8 hours. Why do we have to wait 8 hours? Of course, again, to get the counterfeit insulin. We get the counterfeit computers.
And the games, we will elaborate more on those.
Yes,
on that
I don't
situation.
want to get into that tangent right
it's
now.
Unbelievable.
But the medical part is very important, because at this point in time, I will not take any insulin from any drugstore until this lethal corruption stops. And that makes me in a very precarious situation, because this cult wants to kill me. And they make everything look authentic. I have taken counterfeit insulin before in my body, and who knows what was in it.
And your blood sugar levels rose,
yes.
and you're not feeling well at all.
Right.
That was dangerous.
Okay. We need
dangerous.
Immediate help here. Okay?
The liability on the pharmacists and on the insurance companies.
And the doctors.
And it's so huge.
And the cult. And the number one star of this lethal corruption, Phyllis Leinwan.
That's right.
Who murdered my mother. And made all kinds of deals with my family. Blackmail and bribes. Which we're all going to get into.
Yeah, we'll not elaborate on right now.
Okay, that Phyllis Leinwan, she has to get into court. She has to go behind bars. The U.S. attorney has to take over in this case. This is a U.S. attorney case. Twice it was sent by the U.S. attorney to the FBI. However, because of Phyllis Leinwan's connections with the police department and law enforcement, we never went to Peter Group Squad, which the U.S. attorney wanted us to go. We went to a young punk FBI agent. And for all we know, we don't even know if he was an FBI agent, because there's so many imposters.
But the statements and the comments that he made were so lunatic.
He was protecting Phyllis Leinwan by his statement stated, I will not step on these important people's feet.
They hold high stakes.
Yes. Phyllis Leinwan holds very high stakes. She's connected to the corrupt police and the lethal cult. Okay? I don't call that high and mighty, people. She's a lowlife, a psychopath. She murdered my mother, and she belongs behind bars, and I will not relent, and neither will Joe, until she goes there. Because if she doesn't go behind bars, we will lose our lives. And she already made my mother lose her life.
And that is a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
She hides behind the scenes, orchestrating all these criminal activities, because she knows the higher-ups in the system, as she always says. The higher-ups is the police, this lethal cult, and some seedy governmental officials that protect her.
And she thinks she just can get away with this.
And one of them is Martin Scheinman, which we will talk about in length. And this is going to cease and desist immediately, because this is our lives, Phyllis Leinwan. This is Joe's life, and you killed my dear mother. And you're out there enjoying your life on our lives being sacrificed. What gives you the right, Phyllis Leinwan? Who are you? What gives you the right? And that's all. Okay, we live and eat and talk about you, Phyllis Leinwan.
Oh, yeah.
Your bones are in our apartments everywhere, in Vermont, too. You know what the bones are, Phyllis Leinwan?
Wherever we go.
All the evidence we have on you to get you in jail. And you hide behind the cult and your police. And you bring the cult and police into our lives to destroy us.
Stop hiding and come out.
Yeah, show your face.
Show yourself.
Show yourself.
Show yourself.
You're not exempt from the law.
Gives you the right to ruin people's lives. What gives you the right to ruin people's lives? What kind of sick game do you play? What kind of sick games do you play?
And then we go outside, she sends her gang stalkers. And I have to make known to the public, many of these gang stalkers, there's all kinds of gang stalkers. Some do it just for the money. You get elderly people, elderly women, gang stalking you. Then you get the real hardcore criminals gang stalking you. And that's dangerous. Then you get college students gang stalking you. Okay? You get mentally ill people gang stalking you. We are surrounded by gang stalkers every minute of our lives because of Phyllis Lywan. This is gonna stop. We need our lives back. My dear mother is lying in her coffin as a result of Phyllis Lywan gallivanting with her cult and her police who protect her. Words cannot express what I need to say to you, Phyllis Lywan. You're just a principal at school. You're a 61-year-old woman. How could you do this? What is wrong with you? You need mental help, Phyllis Lywan. Instead, everybody says to me, and to Joe too, we need mental help. We're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're delusional. We're crazy. We're psychotic.
Yeah. All the psychological terms are applying to you, Phyllis Lywan, and what this cult and all conspiring parties do. They reverse it on us. You are the mentally ill, psychopathic creature who never relents until you're told to relent. And then, even when you go behind bars, psychopaths laugh. And they think they're going to get out and destroy you again. We can't stomach you anymore.
Yeah, we had enough of you.
We had enough.
We really had enough.
You arrest us with the police. You write the police arrest charges. I mean,
we had one police officer there got nervous and told us.
Police officer Martinez.
Martinez, that's right. He said,
the principal made me do it.
Yes.
The principal wrote the police report. And we know you wrote the police report. You cited me for flaring my arms, like I flared my arms at school.
Flare your arms now.
Here, this is flaring my arms. I never knew you get arrested, Phyllis Lywan, for flaring your arms. Look what you did. Not only did you destroy our lives and take custody of all our possessions, you killed my dear mother. And look at you. You never went to a jail cell. Instead, you put us in the jail cells. Citizens of the world are listening. And I know they're supporting us because our case has gone globally through the internet.
It's so out of hand. It's so outrageous.
You get all these.
Like Susan says, words cannot express what we are going through on a daily basis for over 8 years. Excuse me.
Anyway, okay, because everything we're talking about is the repercussions of Phyllis Lywan.
That's all it is.
She's the originator of this whole thing. And everything we're living is orchestrated by Phyllis Lywan.
Susan got a teaching degree. She loved her job. She loved the kids. She loved teaching. She was creative.
And everybody loved me at school.
A lot of administrators loved her. She has loads and loads of praise letters.
Even from Phyllis Lywan.
Even from Phyllis Lywan. Because she could not get Susan on her teaching. She was trying.
Oh, yeah. She was trying.
Oh, she was trying.
Yeah.
But she could not do it. She could not do it. Susan immersed herself in the kids. Kids loved her. She did everything in her power to get Susan out of that school. She did everything in her corrupt power to
But it
do
was more than just getting me out of the school, Joe.
But she didn't stop there.
She schemed to
She
destroy
didn't
our
stop
lives.
there. She continued
Because she has connections
in our
with the
personal
family,
lives.
which we have to explain. Okay, we haven't even touched upon that.
Okay.
We're going to continue with the parking lot incidents, which was all orchestrated by Phyllis Line 1.
Okay, thanks
She's
again.
the originator of this lethal corruption.
Thank you for listening.
Please help us.
We appreciate it. Thank you for listening.